brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Lions and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Sunday night primetime.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Tonight, we'll close out the weekend with what should be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use. Now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D-tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Offense to the line for second down. He'll look to throw. Hits him on the in route. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Running back sent in motion. Third down from the gun. Into the hands of Likely. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Plowing up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Shotgun now on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
On first down, they'll run. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Saints and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This is complete to Olave. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints now lead by 10. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock. And there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He could...
The Saints ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
3rd and long for him here. This finds Likely. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Trying to work quickly now.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action on 1st. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. They go play action here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 28. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Running back sent in motion. It's a New Orleans touchdown! To rock this offense, looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Play action on first down. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. This one misses the tight end. So second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now looking to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he takes this out after crossing the 45.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Saints 21, Lions 16.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. 24-7, the final. We saw
The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They send a tight end in motion. They'll run here on first down. He's got to gain a 6 there. Ryan Branch getting there for the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, is touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's likely on the quick slant. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. They're going play action. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
From the gun on third down. This one will be intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. And we'll pause here for an injury. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. To the outside and complete to Olave. And he'll get it up to the 44. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. A tight end in motion now. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has enough room to gain about 4. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Throw right side, caught by Olave. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. It's Saints football, and their postseason rides on this quarter. They come in trailing. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They send a man in motion. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hitting Olave on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Into the hands of Likely. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They are throwing it again. This throw is cut. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. He'll throw it yet again. Touchdown, New Orleans. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
So here are the Saints facing a consequential two-point attempt.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. And he's not going to get in. A smart play to try and get that 7-point lead, but their defense will have to defend a 5-point advantage instead.
22.
Right up the gut. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. We're looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sacks.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. There's a give up the middle. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. And the defense choosing not to let the 2-minute warning run just yet. They're going to call time. 2:06 left in our contest. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Hits him on the out route. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Running this one left. Breaks the tackle, still going. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Running it after the penalty. And he's not going to get anything as that brings us to the 2-minute warning. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back-to-back carries here. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line.